I have a rule. If a place makes you pause mid-step and feel like you've walked into a movie, you put it on the list. Tonight, we're tearing through neon alleys, golden sunsets, glass towers, cliffside villages, because some cities are so cinematic they stop time. This isn't travel porn. It rewires how you see the world, places that make your chest tighten and your heart race. I remember the first time a skyline made me cry. Not a dramatic sob, just a quiet, surprised ache. A reminder that life is vast and strange and generous. Over the next 20 minutes, I want to carry you through 10 cities that don't feel real. They feel like ideas turned into skylines, rituals, and light. In Tokyo, the rain turns neon into a mirror for the soul. Every street feels like a new world waiting to be lived. I walk under an umbrella, the city writes its own poetry on puddles. Pink signs, green kanji, fluorescent ghosts doubling into the pavement. The trains move with a quiet precision, and the small late-night ramen shops glow like warm beacons in alleys that could belong to a different century. It's messy, it's immaculate, it's endlessly surprising. You learn to listen to Tokyo at night, the hiss of rain on plastic, the murmur of strangers, the distant thrum of a city that never actually sleeps. There's a loneliness that feels honest and a neon optimism that feels contagious. If you stand on a crossing and just breathe, the whole place folds into you and you understand why people keep coming back. At sunset, Paris becomes a living postcard. Light, history, and a promise that life can be beautiful. I sit on a bench with a flaky pastry and watch the Eiffel Tower change outfits. Soft gold, pale rose, then electric sparkle. The city's voice is cobblestones and accordion, lovers and late-night philosophy, and every corner feels like an invitation to slow down. Paris doesn't shout, it seduces with texture and time. There's a cadence here that makes even small moments grand. You think you know how a sunset looks until Paris teaches you how it feels. For a few minutes, the present stretches, and everything smells like possibility. Dubai is tomorrow imagined today, skyscrapers, desert gold, unimaginable luxury at every turn. Walking beneath its towers feels like stepping into a concept car, every surface polished, every light intentional. Santorini is a dream carved into cliffs, blue seas, white houses, sunsets that stop time. I wander narrow paths and every turn gives me another impossible photo, cubic houses stacked like sugar cubes, doors painted the exact blue of the water beyond. There's a light here that's thin and honest. It sculpts faces and surfaces into the world's most patient art installation. People come to witness the sunset, but they stay for the way the island makes them feel small and content at once. Santorini is human scale against cosmic scale, an intimate postcard you want to live inside. You know. New York is electricity-made city, rooftops, endless possibility, and a skyline that sings of ambition. I've stood on so many rooftops here that the skyline feels personal, like a friend that's both brutal and generous. The streets are an orchestra of horns, footsteps, and conversations, and if you open yourself to it, New York will insist you be bigger. There's a grit to the glamour. Subway grit under shimmering glass towers, pizza slices, and five-star windows side by side. Rooftop views compress years into a single frame, dreams stacked into concrete and light. You can taste the city's insistence to do, to try, to fail, and get up again. That electric hum is addictive and it will follow you home. Venice wakes like a whispered secret. Fog, gondolas, a silence that tastes like history. Before the crowds, when the city exhales in the early morning, the canals are paper-smooth mirrors. The stone smells like salt and memory. Where mountain meets ocean, Cape Town feels like the world's most honest edge. Wild, raw, unforgettable. Table Mountain stands like a patient guardian, cliffs plunging into water that changes color by the hour. The city balances grit and grace, Surf-splashed beaches, markets full of color, neighborhoods that hum with craft and courage. There's a wildness in the wind that makes you feel alive in a way city lights never can, you know. Driving the coast road, the horizon keeps expanding until it feels infinite. Cape Town is a place that humbles you and fills you simultaneously. A rare duality that stays with you long after the plane takes off. Istanbul sits between worlds, glowing domes, fragrant markets, centuries of stories in every street. I walk where empires collided, and the city feels like an archive made of spice and stone. Mosques glow at dusk, their minarets puncturing the sky, while bazaars overflow with color, texture, and the kind of chaos that feels soulful, not messy. The Bosphorus splits continents and stitches them back with boats and bridges. There's a rhythm here that blends prayer, commerce, and everyday life into a single pulse. Rio is color and heartbeat, carnival's joy, and a sunset that crowns the city with light. The city wears its contradictions boldly. Favelas clinging to hillsides, luxury condos above, samba echoing from streets while waves roll in below. From the top of Corcovado, Christ the Redeemer stretches his arms and the whole city unfolds like a festival. During Carnival, the air becomes thicker, noise, movement, an uncontainable human celebration. Even outside of Carnival, Rio pulses with rhythm. Beach volleyball, open-air samba, fishermen untangling lines at dawn. It's a city that invites you to move with it, to lose your rhythm and find a new one in the crowd. Singapore is a city of future gardens and light, meticulous beauty that feels both calm and surreal. Walking under the super trees at night, the light show feels ceremonial, like a city pausing to breathe in perfect choreography. Everything is curated, parks that fold into skyscrapers, streets immaculately clean, and a sense that design was valued as a public good. It's a quiet kind of ambition, refined and intentional. Yet underneath the precision, there's warmth. Hawker stalls steaming with flavor, neighborhoods that keep old charms, and a skyline that pulses with possibility. Singapore is what happens when imagination gets the tools to build a gentle, brilliant future. And a 5-second hook. Neon skylines, glowing sunsets, aerial FPV dives, rooftop luxury, ancient streets, waterfalls, bustling nightlife, cinematic cuts synced to an intense music buildup. I started this journey because I wanted to remember what it feels like to be surprised by light, by sound, by the way a city can rearrange your expectations. These 10 places aren't just pretty pictures. They're experiences that rewrite what you think is possible. Travel isn't an escape from life. It's a deeper way of living it. You learn to carry new rhythms home, to look at your own streets with fresh curiosity, and to keep the part of you that wants to be astonished. So pick a place, go see it, and let it change you. The world is far bigger, more beautiful, and more magical than most people ever realize.